I'm glad you let me in the office.
Yeah, sometimes I think about it, whether or not we should really lecture him. Always good to see you.
You too. Thanks for doing this. 15 years in, we're kind of doing some celebratory look backs over the last 15 years. So to right out of the gate, we'll jump right into it. What's your name? Why have you been involved with the Laundry Project?
Yeah, I'm Brian Butler. I'm the president and CEO of Vistra Communications. And I've been involved with the Laundry Project from almost the beginning. I guess when we met at a networking session and I realized what you were doing and the impact that you were trying to have in the community, I just knew we had to get involved with that.
I just talked to Ira the other day, and he told a similar story about how I hooked him into it.
He introduced us.
He introduced us, exactly, Ira Lockhart. What's something, when you first got in, I remember you telling me a story about your own past and what kind of hooked you, but once you got in and you saw a Laundry Project, what stands out to you that really kind of hooked you and grabbed you about it?
I shared this with you many times, but I grew up in South Florida, and it was not uncommon to see people, young kids with their parents going to a laundromat. People going to borrow a cart from the grocery store and loading their family's laundry up and taking it on Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings to the laundromat. And so I know what it's like to have families in need and what goes with that. I mean, the whole environment of being in that situation. So when I realized that was really what you were doing, trying to help these families in need, I just felt like we need to be a part of that. We were young as a company at the time.
Sure.
We only been in business about less than 2 years.
Yeah. And I'll say this: if anyone has ever seen us on the news, I completely credit you guys, because it's the only way we've ever gotten kind of a lot of the publicity we've had. I remember that story you tell me about that, and there was a picture that we had at the time that was of a family, just randomly, a family pushing a cart and one of them pushing a stroller, and you saying to me, no, most people don't know this, but that was me.
Yeah, that was me, and that little kid standing next to his dad and mom pushing that. You have no idea what that kid grew up to be.
Yeah, that's case in point right here.
And I think I shared with you, I could still be in that environment today, but I've been fortunate because of love of my parents that we're not, and we're going off to college and heck, worked in the White House for a couple of years. Sometimes it's just get through today.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, you always have is help restore dignity. Clean clothes help you restore dignity.
Yeah.
There's probably no greater truth than that.
Do you think that little boy pushing the cart down the street to the laundromat ever thought they'd be sitting in the White House one day in their life?
Heck no. Just lucky to get through those times. You can't. When you're in those situations, you can't really think past those situations.
Yeah.
And you could either find a way to get out, be blessed that somebody can help pull you out, or you can almost be trapped into believing that you never can and nobody would really ever care one way or the other.
That's a great point. All right, so we're 15 years in. You've been involved since day one. Last question for you. What keeps you, that's a great story, obviously there's personal to you, but what keeps you involved after 15 years?
Yeah, we're involved with a lot of organizations, a lot of different causes. I'm very passionate about veteran causes, but I don't think there's anything we can do more than stay connected with you as you stay connected to communities, trying to help them meet the most basic need, other than having food, was having some sense of dignity by wearing clean clothes.
That's awesome. Good.
Far too many people take that for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even grow up that way, and I've learned that about my entire life, took that for granted. So, well, Brian, thank you. I know it's not just you. You got a whole team of people. Maureen, your wife, and family have been involved since day one. An entire team of people here at Vistra. And on behalf of all of those families that we help, the people that are involved over the past 15 years, for me personally, thank you for being a part of the story for the past 15 years.
Keep on doing it, Jason.
Absolutely. Going to. Thank you, sir.